Brendan, team that's never been here before, like Perry Hall, they really gave you their best shot. What were you expecting coming into this game against them?
I mean, we knew we'd have a battle tonight. I've had a handful of people tell me how good they were and one of the best teams in Baltimore. So, we weren't surprised at half that it was tied and we were in a game.
Yeah.
That third quarter, you really opened it up and you got some cushion there. What do you think ultimately was the difference in that run?
Yeah, I think we turned it up defensively a little bit in the third quarter. I think they had 3 points, until about the first 7 minutes of the third quarter. We really made it hard on them, and that's something we talked about at half, and that's sort of been our staple all year. So I think that won us the game. That stretch tonight won us the game.
Coach, Fox Sports doesn't report it yet. What was the game plan going into tonight?
I mean, our game plan was really to just do what we've done all year, which is play defense and rebound and play team basketball.
Najee, you got off to kind of a slow start today. Went until the second half where you really picked it up and asserted yourself. Was there something at the beginning of the game that they were doing defensively, or just caught a while till you caught your rhythm?
I mean, not really. I just wasn't hitting the shots I usually hit. I was missing short pull-ups and easy layups, but I mean, it started coming as I started playing defense and running the floor more and getting loose.
Coach, if you could talk about Naj and Jaden in the second half, had 23 of the 37 points. How do you think those two, in a big situation where you needed the help, stepped up for you guys?
I mean, those guys have been doing it all year. All these guys, but Najee's been consistently one of the best players around all year. Jaden's been really solid, getting to the basket, did it again tonight. So it's no surprise to me.
Vic, a couple big dunks. You caught that backdoor oop there, and then, I think it was the third quarter. Talk about how that that was in the midst of that run when you guys were really getting after them. Talk about how that dunk really inspired the group.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a great motivator. I just wanted to catch a ball with two hands and just put it in the hoop. That's all.
For any of you guys, I know you guys weren't here last year. Duval was here last year. Talk about what it means to get back here, and obviously with one more game to go, what it's going to take to get it done on Saturday night.
I mean, it felt great. Me being a sophomore, being here with my teammates, I love them. They got me here my first time.
We hadn't been here in 2 years. Lace is the only one who's ever been here.
Yeah.
So I know they were all pretty excited to get here for the first time.
Yeah, Najee, what are your thoughts on trying to cap your career off with a state chip here?
I just feel like we worked really hard in all season, and we deserved it. We deserve this a lot. So.
Coach, if you could, going into halftime, tied against Perry Hall, what was your message to the team at halftime in the locker room?
I mean, we talked about turning up the defense a little bit because, Perry Hall obviously is a really good offensive team. They've shot the ball well in the first half. I think they had 5 threes at half. So we talked about trying to limit that a little bit, and that's what, ultimately I think that's what did it for us, where we got some stops.
You guys have a great fan base out there. How does that help you guys when you're out there playing?
A lot. It helps us a lot.
Great atmosphere.
They dedicated.
So what's the mindset going into Saturday? I mean, you guys have a day off for Friday, and what's the prep mode here going into Saturday?
I don't know. For me, I'm excited to watch this game and see who we have to play. And I told the guys before the game, I really wanted to have one more practice tomorrow. So we'll have a great practice and try to fine tune a couple things. And at this point, these guys are ready to go. So.
Trent, big all-around game for you today. 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Talk about how you really kind of got going early for you guys tonight.
Well, I try to keep playing defense and keep getting my teammates involved, just doing everything to go to win.
Jaden, how reassuring is it to have a guy like, you guys are missing some free throws late, but how reassuring is it knowing you have a guy like Najee who's hit some big foul shots and just he's a guy who's made big plays for you? How reassuring is it to have him out on the floor with you?
I mean, it's great. I mean, he makes free throws in practice. We all shoot free throws in practice, but like we just get them up and just sometimes make them, sometimes miss them.
Delacio, as Coach said, you're the only one in this group who's been here before. Is there? I mean, what are you telling the guys? What are you talking about tomorrow during practice? Getting them ready to to come back and try to get another one.
Just telling them stay focused. You know, my freshman year, I was just like a spectator. I was just watching. I was just learning. And for me to have like Jaden to teach him and everybody else, it's just we got to stay focused and hungry. We can't take anything for granted.
What's the legacy that you want to leave behind here at Roosevelt?
I just want to be known as a hard worker, a leader on the court, on and off, and just somebody who has a will to win.
Najee, it seemed like you and number one towards the end of the game were kind of going at it. Was there anything to that? The refs came over and talked to you guys. What? Any comments on that?
No, it was just basketball talk. It was nothing harmful. It's all good.
Taught them all.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.